Hello and welcome back to Two Tickets Please. I am the other side of the YouTube channel, and today we find ourselves at the Barcelona airport. We need to go to Terminal 1 in order to take our winning flight from Barcelona to Madrid on an Airbus A320. Despite the immensity of the Barcelona airport, going from Terminal 2 to Terminal 1 was fairly easy since the airport offers a shuttle. The guides to get to the shuttle are very clearly explained and organized. It takes about 5 minutes to walk there, and the shuttle takes between 5 to 10 minutes until we arrive. Our flight today is with Vueling, which is commonly known in Spain as the best low budget airline, which today we're obviously going to put to the test. Because we're changing terminal, we have to go through security again. However, because of the size of the airport, there are many different stations in which you can go through, so the process was fairly fast, despite the fact that we were taking a flight late at night, which usually forces certain cabins to be closed. The boarding process in this case included a jet bridge, which made it really organized and helpful. They were divided into three groups, which was priority group 1, then groups 2, 3, and 4 going in sequential order. The crew was very helpful. Some people were in the wrong group, so they were trying to push in, and they very kindly redirected them to the group and asked them to please patiently wait, because if not, the airplane would get cluttered and the boarding process would take substantially longer. Unfortunately, we won't be traveling in any of the extra seats with extra commodities. This is a basic low fare flight. The first row is called Space 1, which offers 2 pieces of hand luggage, priority boarding, and 20% of extra leg space. And then rows 2 to 4 have the same commodities except for the leg space, which is only 10% extra. The color scheme of these seats resembles a bit more elegance, as in they're all black with just some yellow details, but the color scheme of the rest of the air stays true to that of the outside of the airplane, which is grey with yellow tones. You can see we're in seat 31A. We're next to the window. Seats are pretty standard with a fair amount of leg space. And as you can see, the bag fits comfortably underneath the seat, giving us even more leg space. This, for example, was not the case in Iberia Express, in which the bag was pretty much pushed towards us. The tray table, although small, is very sturdy, meaning that you can put your laptop, rest your arms, and work comfortably without shaking the table way too much. Clip securely in place. We don't get a lot of entertainment on board, just a couple of bent magazines, but no huge deal. This flight is just going to be an hour. There's a USB port underneath the seat. However, I don't know if this is just something that low fare airlines have, but this one wasn't working either. Today, it kind of was an issue because we were in a connecting flight and we were running out of battery. So it was it would have been nice if it worked. But when it's kind of just the way it worked with low fare flights, you can't really trust the extras that they put on board. Above we have adjustable aircons and non-adjustable reading lights. Now as the plane is taking off, I would like to take this time to recap on the boarding process. Many low-fare airlines can make mistakes here. They don't really care about the passenger experience because it's an airline that kind of just takes you from point A to point B. However, and despite the fact that this is not airline specific, the cabin crew was very, very organized, which is something that is always greatly appreciated, especially when someone tries to push in front of you, which is 90% of the time. They were very gentle and they were very respectful and just ensured that everyone was in their groups to make sure that the boarding process was as fast as possible. There was no QR code or any easily accessible menu except for the physical one in front of us to see any meal deals or what was offered on board. And it also came as a shocker that even though it wasn't a very late night flight, the lights got turned off immediately as soon as we took off, and they got turned back on as we were landing. meaning that if we wanted to eat something, we'd have to eat it in the dark. If you're taking a flight at this time, you're most likely going to want maybe a coffee to ensure that you stay awake. It's not too late. Pero the flight was comfortably enough. These types of flights aren't designed to be extremely comfortable, nor they're supposed to be uncomfortable. They're supposed to be a point A to point B type of airplane. Certain low carrier airlines, such as Ryanair, do ensure that the passengers are a bit more comfortable. They're low fare, you pay for everything, but everything is there to be bought. In this case, with the lights being turned off and the USB port not working and things like that, it kind of just felt a bit more skimmed than it usually would have been, especially considering the fact that this flight, compared to other low fare flights, isn't the cheapest, especially for a late night flight. So, not disappointment, it's just one of these things that when you're analyzing airlines and you want to compare which ones got the best value, you want certain things to be offered during the flight. The deboarding process was a free for all. There was no coherence or anything towards it, which is common only in air, massive airplanes ensure that people deboard by groups just to make sure that it gets done faster. As you can see, we've arrived at the Rainbow Terminal in Madrid. It arrives at Terminal 4. This terminal is especially convenient for anyone that's taking a flight maybe for like a weekend or wants to get to the center as fast as possible, because not only do you get taxis, but there's also the metro and the Cercanías commuter train service. The logo is appearing on the screen right now for anyone that's looking for the directions, and this could drop you off at, for example, the train station of Atocha in about 20 to 30 minutes, and the fees are reasonably low. Thank you everybody for watching. Please do consider subscribing. We post videos every Saturdays, and we hope you enjoy traveling with us.